So my name is Jose Joaquin Díaz de Aguilar Puyari, and I'm the International Students Officer for the current year. I basically cover all the area around representing international students, but also working on the internationalization of the Students' Union and the university, representing the Students' Union in all international matters. And then I also work on integrating home and international students. My role is quite unique in United Kingdom because there's only 2 full-time international student officers in the whole UK, and there's 450,000 international students. So it's a very underrepresented area. In the last couple of years, so between last year, Alex Conard and me, we've been focusing mainly on representation in kind of at a national level, because as I covered before, there's only 2 representatives apart from the NUS. We're trying to represent international students from the University of Sheffield, but since there's such a high underrepresentation, our work at Sheffield Students' Union gets to cover a lot of places in the UK. At the beginning, I used to pop out a couple of times every week to speak to students about what they thought about the Students' Union, what they liked, what they would like to change. And then since I've been getting immersed into the role and gaining momentum in terms of campaigning for international students, I've drawn myself a bit away from students, if we speak it from an honest point of view. So I've tried to stay in touch through social media, especially I've been quite active on Facebook. I set it up a Facebook group when we got to December, and then I've been just updating on all the issues and inviting students to get the feedback and do it and get involved with what I'm doing. The one final thing that I'm really pleased about is what we've done around the general election. So we've got a Sheffield Student Manifesto that we're running in collaboration with Sheffield Hallam Students' Union and Sheffield College Students' Union. And one of the areas is about international students' rights. So we've been lobbying politicians around removing international students from their migration figures, about reinstatement of the post-study work visa, and having a hardship and protection scheme for international students. And all of these are really necessary things for international students, and having the chance to speak to Ed Miliband, to Nick Clegg, to David Hanson, Paul Blomfield, all these different parliamentary candidates and MPs, leaders of political parties, is something that is not you don't do every day, basically. The door that we can see here is a kind of back door to get to the events office, and it's kind of a quick way for the officers to access quickly the events team. I work a lot, especially with Amy, because she's the campaigns and engagement coordinator. So she does a lot of she does all the support in terms of campaigns for students and officers. So since I've done a lot in terms of No Borders, We're International, and a lot of lobbying to MPs, she helps me out a lot of the time, and without her I'll be a mess. Matt is a One World coordinator that we spoke about before, and he does a lot of work to engage home and international students, but at the same time he supports me a lot when I'm trying to develop a new idea. So for International Students Officer, he works very closely with whoever is imposed. The last person I would like to mention in terms of who I work with most in my role is definitely Jo Holiday. She's not in today because she's quite a busy woman, but she's the immigration advisor at the Student Advice Centre, and apart from doing all the work related to supporting international students on immigration issues, she does her utmost to support the International Students Officer with the most updated and relevant information regarding international student issues in the UK. Without a job holiday, as an international students officer, I'll be in a complete horrible position, because she makes sure that all the work I do is in the finest and best line it can be.